Hey, welcome back to Mount Pleasant Farm. It's been a while. I'm sorry it's been, it's been like 3 weeks since I made a real video. Plenty of shorts out there, but I know you like a real video. So the project has started to work on this old barn we have. Barn's about 100 years old, I guess at least. It's got a lot of rot, and really the project is to repanel the barn, reside the barn on the outside. I've got about a ton of 1 by 10 by 10 Amish cut poplar we're going to side it with. But, going through it, pulling the panels off, there's a lot of rot, there's a lot of structural damage from termites and water damage. So we're going to be taking care of that as we go along. We're going to go around the barn. I don't want to depanel the entire thing to structurally compromise it. I don't want it to fall. So without further ado, let me show you a couple things here. So right now I've got three siding panels in place. That's that 1 by 10 by 10 poplar. But as I dig into it, going further along here, if you look at that, these center sections aren't too bad, but that top plate up there is roached pretty bad. Now it's mostly looks like mostly water and some termite damage, but it's mostly on the outside. The inside of that top plate is pretty solid. So I think what I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna scab a 2 by 6 all the way underneath its length, because right now when I'm putting this siding back on, I've really got nothing. Well, wish that rooster would be quiet. Nothing to attach it to. It just pulls out. The stuff down there wasn't too bad. I got these 3 panels in without too much problem, but also this angle brace here is it's rotten, and if you kick it, it moves, so it's not really doing anything. So I'm gonna cut that out today. And this bottom plate also, I'm gonna have to cut out sections. I can't pull out the whole thing, obviously. I can't rebuild the entire wall. Don't have time nor the patience to do that. So I am going to cut sections of this bottom plate out on either side of these angle braces and replace that today. And I can continue on paneling. This is about halfway. I'm going to back out here. It's about halfway that I've got stripped for the back side of the barn. The stuff up there was galvanized roofing material, but these sides here are just old poplar. So I'm halfway across. I'm going to do some structural work now, and then I will continue. Once I get the structural work done on this side, I'll go ahead and finish siding this portion, and then I will move along and get the other half done. I guess, as slow as it's going, maybe I'll be done by tomorrow with this back side of the barn. And once we get this back side of the barn done, we can take that chicken coop, and it's going to get moved over here. And then the chicken run is going to be expanded to go around and around the other side of the barn once we get the other side finished. And there'll also be a chicken door to go inside the barn for some inside coop space, because we're going to get 10 or 15 more chickens here soon. So anyway, that's the update for now. We'll keep this going here, and we'll see what the next step is. Quick update here. I've got, as you see, most of the structure out of there. For this one, I'm going to back up here so you can see the whole mess. So I left the left side clad underneath just for some structural support. And I've got the right side. You see I put that little brace in the corner up there just to keep things a little stronger. So what I'm going to have to do is, that's a notch joint. That's like a mortise and tenon kind of joint up there. I'm going to cut it right there for that top plate going across. Then I'm going to cut it dead center above that post. You see, I've got it partially supported right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this center vertical old rotten. This thing is roached. I mean, you can practically put your finger through it the whole way. Got that 4x4 in place just to kind of hold that beam up. I'm going to get that out of there. Then I'm going to cut that bottom plate about right there to the left of it and remove it all the way across. Then once I get that bottom plate out, I'm going to put new bottom plate in, and then the top there, I'm going to cut right there in the center of that post, and I'll put in a new post, and I'll just have to put 2 different top plates in, because that thing is not 2 layered. That's actually an old like 4 by 6 rough cut. So I'll sandwich together some 2 by 6s. And it won't be the exact same size, but it'll be fine. It's be way the hell better what's going on there now. And but anyway, that's what I have going on right now. I got that 4x4 supporting, at least helping support, till I get this bottom plate taken care of and a new center post installed. More to come. Okay, that vertical post is out. That top plate's being supported by that 4x4. I've got the bottom plate cut out. I've got a little section left over there, but I'm going to butt some more up to that once I start the other side. I'm getting ready to nail that in, and then I'll put in the cross bracing with some 4x4s, and then we'll do the horizontal boards for the siding. And I'm also going to fix up that top plate here in just a moment. Okay, got a little update here. Starting to clean up now. Still at this point where I've got this big open hole here, and there's my helper in the way there. So I've got this 4x4 supporting that top plate a little bit. Did not get anywhere near as far as I wanted to. This bottom plate, I don't know what kind of concrete this is, but this is like impenetrable. I've tried concrete nails, and the latest thing I tried was the Tapcon screws and bits. And down here, I got one almost deep enough to take a screw, and the others just barely started. That stuff is totally dulling out the Tapcon bits. Don't understand why it's so difficult. So I've got all my siding still there. I'm trying to clean up now, but this is what this crazy yard looks like. We got chickens, we got the miter saw, sawhorse. There's some paneling pieces I need to get back inside in case it rains. Those are already cut. I took them back off to make some room. Scrap wood. We got some barn wood here. Got people that want to buy it. So, and there's a ton more of this barn wood that'll eventually maybe be sold. If not, I'll burn it in the fire pit. I don't care really. If I can make a few bucks back on it, great. And the metal junk pile is growing for the next trip to the dump. So anyway, I call this part one. I'll get this thing published so you guys can see it. This is our old barn we're trying to get together, and everything I pull off, it just seems to be more rot, more termite damage, but I don't think it's to the point where I need to destroy the building, because the upper top is really clean and dry, and once we get around the other side, it's way better. Most of the damage seems to be back here because this is the windward side, so that's probably why most of it's back here. But anyway, I'll go ahead and publish this for part one, and I'll just keep doing this every couple of days so we can, you guys can see what I have going on with this catastrophe here. So I guess I'm either to the point of drilling more holes in the here for the base plate, or I may just put construction adhesive down and get my base plate in like that. So basically I'm doing half and half. Base plate down there, and then that's just I did make a beam today, which I probably can't see it in here. I made the beam to actually take place the one I pulled out, and that's it leaning up in there. I took a 4x4 and a 2x4 and screwed them together. So I've got a, don't touch that, please. Try to keep people alive here. But anyway, got a beam going, and more to come. Have a great night.